One of the biggest issues that people have had with Pokemon is the seemingly lack of time progression based on Ash's lack of aging. And although this video was not intentionally meant to cover the problem of Ash still being apparently 10 years old, it will be covered because by sheer coincidence, it seems to be involved in this video's original topic. And that is that my theory is that all humans, no matter who it is, in the Pokemon universe, seem to have a greater amount of strength and durability than humans in the real world. The reason I came to this topic is because lots of people have noticed that in the anime, Ash has been unnaturally, maybe supernaturally strong. It just seems unlikely that a 10-year-old or any person at all could seem to lift up heavy Pokemon like he seems to do all the time without much trouble at all. It isn't simply a matter that Ash is an individual with super strength, as some people theorize is a mistake on the animator's part, or in the story. I think it's much more likely that the species of humans in the Pokemon world as a whole are stronger than what we are used to. I think for them their strength is the standard, so that's why it doesn't get commented on much. So that is why Ash can apparently without much trouble lift such heavy Pokemon. For humans to exist in the Pokemon world, I think this is necessary. After all, why should Pokemon be the only ones with defense and special defense stats? Maybe humans have this as well in order to survive. It is a known fact that if Pokemon existed in the real world, humans would go extinct and not survive, because they wouldn't be able to resist such powerful creatures with all of their elemental and strong powers. So for humans to have existed with Pokemon, alongside Pokemon on their planet in the Pokemon universe for so long, it makes complete sense that they would have to be just as strong, durable, and powerful as Pokemon in order to not go extinct. So now that we've established that it's likely that the human species as a whole is stronger than what we're used to in the real world, and it's not just Ash, but everyone, then we can see patterns that it's not just that they can lift heavy objects, but they're also very resistant. Ash has been electrocuted countless times and burned by fire countless times, and yet he seems almost unharmed after a few minutes. Team Rocket has been also electrocuted and also fell out of the sky countless times, and yet they seem to survive without much problem. Sure, they all feel pain. Ash, Team Rocket, doesn't matter who, they all feel pain, but they survive without barely a broken bone. So I think it's extremely supportive of my theory that humans as a whole have evolved more durable and stronger in order to survive. Of course, there's other powers as well. It seems that people seem to have additional abilities such as Aura Guardians with the powers to detect aura and control aura, as well as certain people who are psychic or can manipulate Arceus's alpha energy. Of course, this is a minority, and my intention was to discuss the power that the human species as a whole has, not just a select few. And this brings me to the most important point of this theory. It's possible that the evolutionary processes that allow humans to survive all the countless attacks from Pokemon over the years is possibly also related to the biological reasons for them to age slower. People have countless theories for why Ash is still 10 years old. Some of them are extreme, and some of them are just nonchalantly accepting the fact that it's a cartoon world, and just like The Simpsons, there's no reason why they should appear older after so many years. Because I don't like to accept these explanations, and I want to figure out something that makes more sense in a more science fiction sort of way, and I'm not satisfied unless I find a solution that makes sense. I think that this theory solves it. Just like how evolution would make humans be able to lift greater things and be stronger and more durable and survive electric attacks and fire attacks and fall out of the sky, it makes sense that aging slower could be another side effect of this evolutionary process for humans in the Pokemon world. I'm not saying humans are immortal, because we know for a fact that humans age and die in the Pokemon world, but the fact that they age slower could explain many things. Not only that, but again, because this is normal for them, because everyone in the world is to some extent of of equal potential when it comes to aging slower as well as having super strength, for them it's not a big deal. If they were to be compared to humans of our world, yes, they'd be superhumans. But because everyone is born the same and they age the same at the same rate and they all have the same potential for muscle mass and resistance to Pokemon attacks, I think that it's just the standard for their entire species, so it doesn't have to be a big deal. It could also be related to the reason how Ash seems to survive dying so many times. Of course, it could just be the powers of Ghost and Psychic and Mythical Pokemon, which bring him back to life more often than not, or maybe Pokemon Tears. But of course, it seems also likely that one factor in keeping him alive this whole time, not just when he doesn't seem to age, but also when he gets killed from time to time, is the fact that their bodies are resistant to attacks. So what do you guys think? Is it likely that humans as a whole have super strength and durability, and this explains not only why Ash doesn't age, but also how he can survive so many attacks? And again, most people have already done this theory, but they were talking mostly about Ash. Very few people seem to realize that it applies to the species of humans in the Pokemon world as a whole, and therefore it's completely natural. The thing that cinched this theory for me was the moment in the Pokemon movie Pokemon Ranger and the Temple of the Sea where Jack Walker, the Pokemon Ranger, seems to kick an iron bar with very little effort. And I realized that it's completely possible for humans as a whole to exhibit super strength. Although in that case I could be wrong, it could have just been steroids or testosterone. But what do you guys think? Is it possible that humans have superpowers in the Pokemon universe to explain what couldn't have been explained until now? I think it's extremely likely, and if we have this in mind from now on, it helps Pokemon make more sense, because, like I said, otherwise we as humans would go extinct without these powers. Thank you guys for watching. Please check out my channel for more videos like this. I love making Pokemon theories and also other Pokemon related videos. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend, and I'll see you guys next time.